I still recall the words. The way the officer leaned in, lowering his voice as if the atmosphere itself was under surveillance. "Sir, I need you to heed my words carefully. Do not proceed to your residence. Find a secure place." I became motionless, my hand on the dashboard. My wife, Emily, shifted uncomfortably in the driver's seat, her knuckles stark white on the steering wheel. I inquired as to the reason. He glanced at her, then at me. His jaw tightened, and ultimately, he handed me a folded note instead of a verbal reply. "Peruse it later," he muttered. The police lights painted her face in crimson and azure, and within that flickering illumination, I perceived something novel, a profound apprehension. Not the fear of a speeding fine, but a distinct kind, a sense of guilt. I slipped the note into my pocket and steadied my voice. "Is everything in order, officer?" His gaze wavered. He then stepped back. "Travel safely." We pulled away in a profound silence. For a decade, I had faith in her, in us. We constructed a house, a marriage sculpted from consistent routines, coffee together at 7 a.m., messages at midday, late suppers she claimed were due to extra work hours. She was luminous in public, devoted in private, or so I believed. I never scrutinized the minor details, the new perfume I hadn't purchased, the weekends she required solitude, the sudden enthusiasm for jogging, despite her aversion to running. I stood by her when friends voiced their suspicions. "She adores me," I'd affirm. "I have absolute confidence in her." I was a fool. That evening, after she had drifted off to sleep, I slipped into the washroom, secured the lock, and finally unfolded the officer's message. 7 words scrawled in hurried ink. "She isn't who she presents herself to be." Beneath it, a contact number for a detective. Sleep eluded me. I lay there, contemplating her outline beneath the sheets, questioning exactly with whom I had been sharing a bed. The following day, I placed the call. The detective's voice was hushed, cautious. "You must comprehend that she has been leading a dual existence. She is connected to individuals you would not wish to antagonize." He didn't provide specific information, but he offered sufficient context, names, locales, a timeline that obliterated the last 10 years of my life into fragments. She was not working late. She was not completing errands. She was conducting operations, money laundering, illicit payments, a complex network of criminal activity she slipped into like a second skin. And I was the disguise, the facade of normalcy she required. And the most merciless detail? She wasn't merely concealing herself from me. She was preparing to disappear from me. The joint financial accounts were depleted in small increments. The house was remortgaged without my knowledge. Every extra work shift was another nail in the coffin she was building for my future. She was preparing to vanish with someone else awaiting her on the opposite side. I didn't react with fury. I didn't confront her. That's precisely what she would anticipate. Instead, I became quiet, observant, and methodical. I reciprocated every smile she offered me, all the while discreetly monitoring her every action. I installed concealed cameras throughout the house, tracked her telephone when she went for her jogs, and mirrored her digital correspondence. What I uncovered could have devastated me, but instead, I transformed it into a weapon. Transfers of funds to accounts under fictitious identities, recordings of hushed conversations with men I had never met, images of her entering hotel suites in Las Vegas that she swore she had never visited. I built a comprehensive case, element by element, until her entire clandestine existence was systematically organized in my possession. Then I plotted my vengeance. First, I secured my finances with silent withdrawals and new accounts she wouldn't detect. Second, I transferred the evidence to multiple secure locations, each with a timed release should anything happen to me. Third, I contacted the detective. I explained that I wasn't just going to turn her in. I wanted her to fall apart, bit by bit, until she realized who orchestrated her downfall. He cautioned me, "If you go down this path, there's no turning back." I had only one reply: I never intended to. It commenced subtly. She returned to the house one evening, threw her handbag onto the kitchen counter, and froze when she noticed the envelope. Inside, a photograph of her and her associate, time-stamped and location tagged in Miami. No message. Simply undeniable proof that someone was aware. I watched her composure disintegrate. Her laughter became strained. The next week, I dispatched another envelope. Financial records and transactions in her handwriting. The third contained a recording of her own voice whispering plans in a hotel room. By the fourth, she had stopped eating and sleeping. She believed someone within her circle was betraying her. She lashed out at her accomplices, burned her connections, and became more and more paranoid. All the while, I smiled across the dinner table, inquiring about her extra hours. Did what? Her hand shook, the paper crumpling. You believe you can ruin me. I rose, approached her, and whispered into her ear, No, Emily, you ruined yourself. I merely illuminated the truth. That night, the authorities arrived. Not for me, but for her. The detective honored his promise. My evidence was irrefutable. And the individuals she once served wasted no time in abandoning. Her disguise was compromised. She did not glance at me once. In the ensuing weeks, a profound quiet filled the house. People asked if I was okay, if I missed her. The truth is, I felt nothing. No sorrow, no relief, only clarity. And the genuine one was gone, either behind bars or worse. Once her old associates discovered her, Eli wrote the final chapter, and I do not have a single regret.